launching our business, and our next presenter is going to be Diamond Presidential Penny Fox.
To be here with you today and to share some information that we want to be helpful for you to use and apply to your businesses. I am privileged enough in this company to earn over the past 7 years consistently an average of $55,000 plus per year. You talk about a blessing. And I owe it for two major reasons. Number one, I have an incredible sponsor in Upline that was there for me and supported me, and is still there for me 7 years later. Now, Kathy mentioned you may not have that Upline. Guys, that puts you in the role of leadership today. Starting today, you are a leader, and you have the ability to go out and teach a downline and create that exact same environment for your people. So be the leader. My theme has been for the past several years, be what you want them to be. And so I wanted to show you and demonstrate to you what can happen when you do that. When you are the leader and you take control and learn and absorb the information and present it, this is what can be created. This is one of my legs. I sponsored Karina 7 years ago. She's here. She's always here. She is a presidential. Karina sponsored Renee. They are directly sponsoring right here. Okay? She is a presidential. 7 years later, she's still here. Renee sponsored Penny Talley 2 years ago. Penny is a gold director on the road to presidential. Now, the reason I point this out and the reason I want you to really see how important this is because we are launching our businesses every day. It's not a one-time event. The parties and everything that Kathy just shared with you, that has to continue on and on and on and on. You never stop launching your business. I'm 7.5 years in. We still lock arms and have meetings all the time. Parties, all the different themes and titles that she presented to you. The things you're going to learn here in a few minutes from the next group that's coming up. You have to stay consistent and stay locked arms with your business partners and never leave their side. You are their leader, so you've got to lead. You can never stop, okay? That's she's letting me go. That's our objective, is to share with you how we launch our business continuously without ever ending it. All right, so our number one thing that we have to do, where am I pointing? Yeah, there we go. Okay, thanks. So that's me. That would be create your story. The number one most important step is create your story. That has got to be your first step. How do you create your story? You're using the products. My story was I wanted to lose weight. Some people's story may be I want to help a friend lose weight. I want to help a friend who's dealing with certain health issues. I have a need for sports nutrition. I have a need for skincare. Whatever your story is, you've got to create it. So using the products has got to be a number one important factor. My family uses the products for 7 years. My children, 14 years old and 12 years old, back then they were 5 and 7, use the products every single day. You have got to have your auto ship set up. You should be using the products. That's why we have auto ship. You always have that stock coming in to supply your needs for you to create your story. And your story is never stopped. You're never stopping the creating of your story. You've got to maintain the use of the products over the time for your business to grow and build. So I want you to write down number one, create your story. That's number one. All right, now Karina is going to share with you the number two.
Thank you, Penny, for everything. for introducing me to the business, to the products, and for being there for me for 7 years. Today, I'm going to talk about building your reputation. You know, once you get your story, stop and think about the professionals that you deal with. Maybe it's your hairstylist, maybe it's your chiropractor, maybe it's, you know, your car dealer, whoever it may be. They build a reputation. So the things that people think about you and what you are, what you're representing, is important. So how are you doing that? You know, are you wearing your First Fitness gear? Are you sharing on Facebook? I have a logo on the back of my car, and I think every time I see Garth, he asks me, Karina, how's the back of that car doing? What are you seeing from the back of that car? So there's all kinds of ways to get yourself out there. You also want to make sure that you are building with integrity, that you are respectful, not just to your clients and to your business partners, but to your upline, to even those that might say no right now, because no today may be yes tomorrow. So you want to be sure to be professional, respectful, have integrity, and be real. I mean, anytime I'm dealing with someone, one of the biggest triggers for me is, do I feel like they're being real with me? Share your story, and if you don't have your story, share what you have so far. I used Penny's stories. I use Renee's stories. I use Penny Talley's stories now because we are a team, and their stories are my stories. So get your name out there. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. The first thing I did when I came in with First Fitness Nutrition, when I started my weight loss journey, I didn't come in for the business. The business found me, which I'm super excited about. But when I got on Facebook, what did I do? I started sharing my weight loss. Hey guys, I'm put on some weight, I'm gonna lose some weight in 10 days. I announced what I lost in 10 days. That's what got Renee's attention. She followed me all the time on Facebook. She saw me at Aflac events because we were in Aflac together. So they're gonna see that. I made a First Fitness Suddenly Slim Facebook page. I didn't know what I was doing back then, but I thought, hey, I got a business going. 11 o'clock at night, I text Keith, I need some help. I got somebody in Georgia. He says, Georgia? Karina, what are you doing with somebody in Georgia at 11 o'clock at night? I said, Keith, it's Facebook. What do you mean Facebook? You know, so that was back in 2009, and I still have that same page. So it's not anything new, but step outside your comfort zones. Do some things that, you know, Coletta, you know, she's with the Chamber of Commerce. I mean, step out. Think of something that you haven't done to build your reputation and to get your name out there. Let's see. Announce publicly that you're in business. Do people know that? They may know that, yeah, you're losing this weight and you're feeling great, and there's this First Fitness stuff, and there's this orange thing you call Trimbolic. I don't know what all that is. Maybe they just think you're on the next fad or something that, you know, you're just trying out. But do they know that that is your business? Whether it's part-time or full-time, it's your business. So make sure that you're announcing that you are there publicly. Be sure to give out your business cards. You know, Lisa talks about this. And I'm going to steal from her. You know, you buy those business cards and you want to hang on to them. No, give them out. You know, put them in the bathrooms. Put them on your table when you leave from having dinner. Get your name. Anything you can do to get your name out there. Share other people's stories. So your reputation is important. But like Penny said, she sponsored me. I sponsored Renee. Renee sponsored Talley. Penny Talley. Sorry. It's a Tallies when I talk because we have David too. Be sure to share their stories because that gives validation. It's not just you and your reputation, but it's Penny Fox, who has also been in for 7 years, drives an almost completely paid for Mercedes and has, you know, paid off $50,000 worth of debt. So your reputation is yours and you're responsible for that, but you have validation in that duplication that Keith teaches us. Find people to network with. You know, it might be a group at church or Bible study. It may be Chamber of Commerce. It might be a ladies' luncheon. So think of things that maybe you haven't done yet, or that you have done that's been successful in the past and you haven't done in a while. Taste of First Fitness in your neighborhood, like Dana and Barbie are doing. Think outside those boxes to see how you can get more people. Develop a running buddy and partners. So, you know, you have someone that's going to be your running buddy that you link arms with and you bring the business in and you get rocking and rolling, but you also have other partners in the business. I call Dana if I need Dana. If I need Miss Mama Babin, or what was it? Boom Boom Babin, or Marcia. You know, you've got partners that you can talk with and share with. So just be sure to think about professionals that you deal with. And was your hairdresser, is her hair cute, or is it ratty and yucky? You know, is your car dealer driving a junker, or is he driving a nice car? What kind of things do you look for in a professional and develop that yourself? So I'm now going to introduce my teammate, Renee Eads, and she's going to share with you how to become an expert in First Fitness.
Thank you, Karina. To be an expert in First Fitness, I say you need to be a product of the product. And I know that you've probably heard that over and over this weekend, but that is so true. You know, whenever I started in First Fitness, I wanted to be able to, I definitely started on the wellness line because I had some issues that I needed to address, and Dr. Coons was so he spent a lot of time with me and told me the products that I needed to take to be able to help me with my inflammation in my body and my issues. But you know, once I was able to get part of that under control, then I wanted to branch out and take all of the products at some point in time. You know, you don't want to overload your system and be an overachiever and go, I'm going to take everything. Because you need your body to be able to transition into the new you. And you will be able to see your body change internally and externally. But you're going to do that just one step at a time. And you want to be able to share your journey with others whenever they say, well, what does Trembolic taste like? You're going to want to be able to tell them your version of it. Fit to a tea, what does it taste like? Cold or hot? How do you drink it? Do you add something to it? Do you mix it with regular tea? There's going to be a lot of things, a lot of questions you're going to have that you're going to want to be able to answer with your own experiences. Now, whenever you're taking those products, I also educated myself on those products along the way. I studied the product profiles in office to office. I went and listened to those webinars that was on the back in office to office. You know, now a lot of them are on YouTube. So I would definitely educate myself, and I would become an expert at one product before I went on to another one. And because I want my team, I teach them to do the same, because I want them to be able to answer those questions or even know where to find those answers if they're asked. So it's very important for you to educate yourself, but teach your team to be able to educate themselves as well. Another way is that I say to get connected. Go to meetings that your upline has. Go to Super Saturdays that they offer here at the corporate office. Come to the convention. Go to the New Year's rally. Anytime that there's a meeting open, I suggest that you do your absolutely best to go to where you can get educated and hear those speakers. Back whenever I first came in the business several years ago, I knew that someone else in Penny Fox's downline was having a meeting an hour away from me. And I just called her and I asked Penny Fox first if she minded if I went to that Cross Lines business meeting. And she said absolutely not, that she was speaking at it. And so I called the lady and asked, can I just come? I just want to sit in the corner. I'm not going to say anything, but I want to hear everyone speak to where I can get educated. She said, come on. So of course I met her in the parking lot, walked right in, and whenever I was able to sit and hear them see how they did their meetings, it was able to help me draw from that. So go to as many meetings as you can to be able to educate yourself on what will work for you as you do your meetings. Another thing is I say to you to be able to learn from your upline. You know, you don't have to be a doctor to be in this business at all. But don't be ashamed to say, you know, that's a good question, and I don't know the answer to that question, but I certainly know how to find that out. So lean on your upline to where they can be able to answer your questions, whether it's a product question, whether it's going to be a compensation question, whatever it may be, lean on them. That's what they're there for. Because some things maybe you can't find on the internet. You know, what is it about the Slim Balm if somebody doesn't want to apply it to their lips? What do you suggest they do? It's not on that sheet of paper for them to put it on their wrist. So be able to ask them questions and don't be concerned whenever you say, I don't know the answer to that question, but I know how to find it out. I'm going to introduce my downline, Penny Talley, and she's going to come up and speak now about how to follow up your coaching and training opportunities.
Thank you, Renee. This is an excellent thing for me to speak on because I love communicating with people. And I get up every morning and I say, get up, get up, get up. We got to get business going. So I believe that you have to start your business every day, not weekly, not monthly, not two times a year at conventions. So I get up in the morning and I start where we stopped off yesterday. I'm looking at messages that people message me, and we start right there. And I start every morning with 3 to 4 calls, 3 to 4 messages on Facebook and posts. That would be like a product that I want to represent that day. That would be, hey, congratulations, you lost 20 pounds. I want to share that victory across the U.S. I want to share what we're eating for the day. And I continue with that all day long. And that gives my downline some opportunities to share immediately as they're learning and they're getting into the program too. Use, connect, and share. There's one more that's so important, is caring, and that's caring about your people and caring to make their goals attainable. If we will work with our downline, then our business will come. And that's the kind of the mindset I've had all along. I'm going to work with my downline, and that will keep me busy. The word that I use more than anything in our business is impact. And if you can just visualize the word I am, P is bigger, ACT. I'm acting purposely. That P is purposely, passionately, persisting, prayerfully. I'm impacting. How? And I'm impacting people's lives. And I'll tell you what we put together for our team. I have 3 letters that's put together that we can paste and copy, and that's a lead letter, a customer letter, and a distributor letter. My lead letter gives a lot of opportunities about my business success, plus my weight loss, and what transformation kit has in it. And then a customer letter just says, congratulations, I'm so excited, your life's fixing to be changed. And then the distributor has all of that, and then it shows you how to get connected with the calls and how to get connected on the office to office. So that's just a quick way to get connected, and then we go from there on a personal level with setting the meetings. And on the lead letter, this is one thing I do personally. I try to paste and copy that about 20 times a day. So at night when I go to bed, I'll paste and copy it. And then in the morning I'll look to see who's read it and who's responded. And that's where I can start my day every day. Videos, y'all heard, if you heard those, you heard Tony Jerry talking about videos, how important they are. I put 3 together for our team with the help of my downline. And one of those is on the menu guide. You know, a lot of people get home with that box and they like, what am I going to do? Okay, I may have went over everything with them, but looking at that box on their own, either when they got it through the mail or they picked it up, it's just extremely overwhelming sometimes. So I put together a video menu guide for the Sunday Slim program. I also put together one just for the transformation kit. And then a success story. We put together one of those, and I looked this morning and we put it up just a few months ago, maybe a couple of months ago, and it's got 1,700 views just through Facebook. So, I encourage everybody to get out there and do that. And live videos, I mean, I don't mind putting myself out there. I am for real, as country as I am, and I just think people need to know that you are real. And you don't have to put on a face for them. You don't have to. You just get out there and you be real, and they realize that they can do this too. So anyway, I do the live videos occasionally that Facebook's just come up with, and I just think that's really fun. But I also have over 100 YouTube videos, which just in the last 2 years, where I just do recipes, I do shakes, I do encouragement ones, and I post videos this weekend for my distributors that couldn't make it, that would like to, or just got started. So anyway, that's just a really great way to do that. And I'm going to funnel you really quick on a lot of things, because I know we're running out of time. But groups, I have a Made For Me group page, which is for everyone. I have a cooking First Fitness style on Facebook, which tells recipes and videos on there. We have a business builder that's just for our distributors and private. And so we do assignments on that with Southern Successful. We encouraged on that. We really promote what's going on with corporate on it. I did a Southern Successful retreat just recently, and that was a 2-day event. It's kind of like the Super Saturday events. And I had a chef contest where we had professional chefs come in and judge that. And also had a shake contest at that. And we also teach ours from a biblical standpoint. We do Healthiest Biblical for Churches, which is a great aspect. If you can grab a scripture that means a lot to you and you claim that scripture, and you purpose in your heart that you're not going to defile yourself. Someone said yesterday you eat as if it's a business, and that's what we've actually done in that. I have a local office, which they've already recommended on that, having products in hand, so my new distributors locally can pick up products, and we warehouse them and pick them up about once a month, so that really helps. We have quarterly potlucks. Of course, within all this, we have meetings going on all week long in public places where the public can see us, and we call them Shake It Up parties or support group parties. We have challenges within the challenges. So we have our own weight loss challenges. We have awards banquet, and I love recognition. I'm a giver, so I love to give to my team gifts, cards, online recognition, whatever. But most important, I think that we need to realize what our corporate does for us. And all of these great events, all these promotions, when someone puts out that backpack, first thing I say, I'm winning that backpack. I'm winning it. Now, you may win it too, but I'm going to win it. All right? I'm going to try to. I'm going to try to, okay? And I just think that's the mindset we need to set for our teams. Now, I'm going to do everything I can. Now, Nigel told me a while back, he said, you're not going to win everything. Well, I'm going to try. And so that's just the way I am. And if we'll get that mindset, you're not going to lose. You're going to achieve. So if you achieve little small steps with that mindset, you're a winner, and think of all the people that you touched. So I encourage you, and I think they do a really great job at just the minimum on the achieving and everything. So the last thing I want to tell you that I put together just this last week, for the people that are not really computer minded, I put together a flip chart, a binder flip chart presentation, which has the binder, I'm trying to say the business side of it, and then we did some recognition things at the back, weight loss and all that, and it's just going to be a great tool for our team. Thank you. Back to Keith. Isn't she wonderful leader?
So, in closing, let's review the key points that I want to make sure that you write down on how to launch your business, and knowing that it is an ongoing process. It is never ending. We literally launch our business every single morning when we get up. That's our mission, is I've got to launch my business today. So number one, create your story.